What's next? Oh no. You're right.
Or we just, I mean, we can choose whatever we want.
I mean, I'd rather get it over with.
Let's get it over with. Hey, I'm Jeremy at Founders Brewing Company, and I got some good old friends with me here, some OG brewers. My buddies Matt and Adam. How long you guys been around?
Oh, it'll be 15 years come this January.
Yeah, 14 years for me.
Oh my goodness. So we made a lot of beers together over the years, and the idea here was let's revisit some of those classics. Now these go way back. Some of these as far back as, what did we say that year was?
2012.
2012? Ooh.
Yeah, let's just start with this one. It was the
10 years ago.
50th anniversary beer. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to 15 years, 10 years ago.
Yes. It smells old.
It's got some oxidation going on.
I'm
sure.
Wow. Yeah.
Still smells like 15% too.
It does. It's pretty hot still.
But not extremely oxidized like I thought it was
Honestly,
going to be.
it's pretty good.
It kind of held up already, didn't it?
Do we have any more of these bottles left over somewhere?
I should hope not.
Maybe. There might be some squirreled away, you never
If
know.
anyone can go to their local bottle shop and find one, just send it to Founders and I'll destroy it for you. All right.
I'm nervous.
What's next? Oh no. You're right.
Or we just, I mean, we can choose whatever we want.
I mean, I'd rather get it over with.
Let's get it over with.
Let's get it over
All
with.
right, so let me tell you about this one. This one's called Barrel Runner.
Yes, it is.
So the thing was, we had I made like an Imperial Mosaic Promise. So the Mosaic hop has really got a lot going on, including tropicals and berries and all kinds of fun stuff. I thought it worked real nicely in some rum barrels with almost that, gave it that kind of Mai Tai sort of feel to it.
It worked in most of the rum barrels.
But man, some of those rum barrels were not in very good shape, and
they leaked a lot.
they made a mess. They grew things that shouldn't have grown, and so we had to leave a lot of them out of this mix. But some of us have some PTSD about trying all these barrels and deciding which ones stayed and which ones got rejected. And I think we're part of that.
I think we're all part of that. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. It almost smells exactly like it did when we packaged it.
Yeah, I was looking forward to this and dreading this all at the same time. I knew this beer was going to be on here.
Come on, man. That's a fun beer.
That's pretty
It's
good.
actually got a little hop character left to
does.
it.
That's
It actually
pretty
needed.
crazy.
I think it needed some age on
That's
it.
all it needed to do was lay down
Just
for
lay
how
down.
many years did you find the date on
I
that
don't
thing?
know. I didn't find a
think
date.
we
I think.
packaged that.
Oh yeah. 2018.
Okay.
It just needed 4 years.
It just needed a little bit.
Yep.
That and the wood that came
right
in
up.
was just not in the greatest of condition for the most part.
Oh, we learned. Another
learned.
lesson learned. The next time I went looking for
Yeah.
barrels that weren't bourbons, we did our due diligence. We sent people down to Mexico looking for shopping tequila barrels to make sure that we weren't going to get barrels that ended up like this. So impressed. What I was most
Fantastic.
scared of.
I think we all had nightmares.
Maybe that's why I liked it so much, because my expectations were way down here.
Nice word, Jared.
Yeah.
But let us not dwell on the barrel runner for too long, because
Nope.
there's more fun beers to check out. What's that?
Oh, just something dark.
Yeah, let's have
Maybe a little fruity too.
Oh, it should be very fruity.
Lizard-like, very reptilian.
Was this 2015?
What year was this?
This is.
I feel like it was 2015.
I should know this because it was. Well, the original batch was brewed to commemorate my sister's 30th birthday. Let's see. The original plan was to brew a Imperial Stout with blueberries and vanilla, which we did. But man, it was blueberries are tough to work with in beer, and honestly, when you pound in the blueberry to get to the level where it tastes like blueberries, it carries a lot of tartness with it. So I tried to, get some extra vanilla in there for that implied sweetness to kind of balance out that tartness, and the chocolate too. And I forgot about the chocolate. There's no chocolate in there.
There's a
By
lot.
the time you got done with all that, God, it was kind of a mess. It was one of those beers that's just like, I don't know what's going on, but I can't really handle it. So what do you do with beers like that? Well, you lay them down for a year in a bourbon barrel and let those flavors just kind of do what they do, which took this thing 4 years to do. this thing came together in a year, although I'm anticipating that extra time actually probably did this beer some good too, because like I said, there's a lot of flavors going on, a lot of jumbled upness.
I'm anxious to see how this tastes
this held up in
against
the
that,
barrel,
because we were able to try that in sensory
This was aged
the
in
other
the
day.
glass. We had one that was aged in the wood.
Yeah.
Anyways, cheers, boys.
Cheers.
There in the aroma.
Ooh,
Still
Yeah,
blueberries and
very
chocolate.
blueberry.
Yeah, I get a lot of the blueberry and vanilla.
Of course,
It's just
vanilla.
kind of like pow in your face. Still pretty tart.
Still tart.
Still
It
tart.
is. I think it's very natural blueberry though. It doesn't have a big smack you in the face with fake blueberry character sometimes when you put a lot of that in there, you'll get that.
And you know, honestly, we probably could have went the route of using a smaller amount of like a blueberry extract or something. But these are Michigan-grown blueberries, juice concentrate. I picked them up a couple hours north of here, and they're awesome. But they're tart. Blueberries are tart.
Tastes like a blueberry chocolate pie. It's straight up.
Yeah, that's really good.
Well, that's fun. That's actually doing really well.
That is. That's super fun.
Again, if you're holding on to a LOK in your cellar,
Drink it.
pick it up.
Drink.
All right.
Speaking of weird, how about this?
What do you think?
do
Also,
it.
I was gonna say, speaking about polarizing, I was not thinking this beer was gonna be good at all when we first had the idea, and then it ended up being one of my favorites.
Oh my gosh,
Very
Mango
tasty.
Magnifico, Con Calor. I tell you what, this, you're not the only one, because I didn't do any test batches of this beer.
No, we did not.
So when I told that to our finance guy that we were just going for it, and again, the volume was pretty high. He was like, what do you mean you're not gonna try it first? I'm like, oh man, I got this. I brewed with fruits before, I brewed with hot peppers before. Come on,
You can just combine them,
Where's the
right?
challenge?
Where's the challenge? We're gonna knock it
I'm
out
gonna
of the
be
park.
very careful with
possibly
this
screw this up.
because there's a lot of sediment in the bottle.
See
Or
that?
in the bottom of the bottle.
Those mangoes, I remember that. It was kind of turned into a snow globe there after a year.
did,
so I
yeah.
remember that.
How many hundreds of pounds of habaneros did they have to
Oh
chop
god.
up?
Okay, yeah. So that is a whole story of its own.
That is.
That almost killed the whole brewery.
That's a tearjerker, literally.
So yeah, working with habanero peppers is there ain't no easy way to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, there were some teary eyes, some watery eyes, and some walking away from a chopping table.
I mean, you didn't have to be right there where I'm sure it was terrible right where you're chopping. But
No,
you just
but
walk into the brewery and you'd be like,
You kind of got maced a little bit. Like, oh, should we evacuate?
I ate one of the habaneros. It was good.
It's because you're weird, Adam.
Yep. Tons of mango. Holy cow.
It smells like a smoothie.
Smells like this.
Ah, that's still good.
Wow, the heat's still there.
It is.
Yeah, that's not going away at
I
all.
thought the heat would have chilled out, but
No, it's
it
nice.
just grows. It keeps growing too.
In fact, I think the body's a little thinner than I remember.
Does it feel thinner?
Yeah. And again, which release was this one?
Oh yeah, you got a year on that. Because we did do it twice, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah, so disclaimer, we had no idea what beers we were going to be drinking during this, so we did
Really,
not
marketing
do
keeps a stash. Secret stash.
Secret
so,
for this
stash.
occasion.
yeah, you're told to
I
show
don't
up
know.
and have some
Yeah.
random beers, so.
Nothing on here.
So sorry if we don't have the dates for any of
Probably
this,
makes
but
probably means it's the older one.
yeah, I've always liked this beer.
Not the way it came
So
out.
good.
Like great balance. Like it's got that. Obviously, the mangoes are sweet and the habaneros are spicy, but I love always trying to find that really awesome balance where it's hitting both sides just right.
Well, you did a great job.
Thanks, dudes.
I was
Anyways,
gonna say, well, what do you think, Jared?
let's
What about
finish strong.
What about
Let's
this
finish with a classic.
this weird last beer?
Oh man, I don't know if anyone would like this beer. No, that's terrible.
Well, it's a pretty highly rated beer.
Oh, do I need to cover part of it up?
Why? Who's
Oh,
on
that's
there?
right. We got in
There's a
trouble
guy
for that.
on there.
This is an old one.
Yeah.
2017.
Oh boy.
Well, I think we can talk about how the very kind Canadian Mounties. Gosh, Canadians are nice. Have you ever met a Canadian who wasn't nice? I don't think they
No.
exist.
No.
Anyways, they sent us a very nice letter. Just request that we don't use their likeness. on this bottle of alcohol.
We done it a couple times. Yeah, we got away with it for a little bit.
And of course we're like, since you asked so nicely.
So kind.
Okay.
Okay. Oh sure.
Oh sure. Sorry about
I'm
that.
sorry. Basically, we said we're sorry, and everything was fine. And changed the label to what was it the time we did it after that?
I think
It
it's
was
just
He was gone.
a rearing horse.
All right.
Anyway, CBS. For those of you who don't know about CBS, this was the first and original KBS variant, which is a variant of breakfast stout. So it's a variant of a variant of a variant.
Inception of breakfast stout.
Before variants were even a thing.
Right.
But this one fell into our laps. I mean, when Steve Stallard from Blee got a hold of us about, man, I've been barrel aging maple syrup, and now I'm done with these barrels. You want them? And I was like, wait, say that again? You aged maple syrup, and first of all, can I try some of that syrup? That sounds amazing.
That syrup is phenomenal. Oh,
It's so
so
good.
good.
So of course, sure, I'll take those barrels, put something in it. The first thing that came to mind was we already had a breakfast-themed beer going on, so I thought, putting some breakfast out or the KBS base into these maple barrels was pretty fun. Add a whole nother dimension, and it did. The amount of maple character you drew from these barrels was insane, right?
It was a little too much at first. Like, whoa, step it back.
Well, and sometimes you get to these barrels and there's like this much syrup down in the barrels still.
I think I remember tipping a couple, be like, "Come on, baby, come on, you're coming home with
Steve,
me."
you gotta do a better job, man. You're losing a lot of money there.
There's a lot of
that syrup. He's a good dude. I love that guy.
Ooh.
17, you said was the date?
Yep.
All right.
Oh, that smells so good.
Little
there.
bit of maple there. I get a big glass of chocolate though.
Still and a lot of coffee still.
Oh yeah.
And the base beer, I actually get like Stout through there.
Yeah.
All that other shit going on.
This was a good year. Yeah, not too sweet.
Not too sweet.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you're right. Sometimes it would swing a little sweet, and you'd be like,
I mean,
I don't
how
know,
many
maybe-
times we've done it? Yeah, there were just some runs where, we only did 20 bourbon barrels, and others we did a couple hundred. So it all depends on the luck of the draw.
Natural products.
that's pretty awesome. And maybe the sweetness has chilled out over the last 5 years, but
Yeah, a little bit.
it's all there. It's definitely mapley. Definitely
Yeah.
sets it apart. It's not.
You
it's not
definitely
KBS,
get-
It's not breakfast stout.
right.
Yeah, it's its own thing.
Yeah, you definitely get that burnt maple syrup character on the finish. It really doesn't scream at you right away, but it lets you know it's there.
Coffee and chocolate still. Not bad.
Yeah, it's a lot more delicate than I remember. Maybe because we just had Mango Magnifico, Did I just ruin my palate with all these other beers? But no, this is very nice.
And I'm actually.
Right?
Yeah,
This is a great way to
I think I'm
end the
gonna
day, right?
finish this. Yeah.
Well, that's fun. That's fun stuff. That was a fun trip down memory lane. Thanks, marketing, for
Thank you.
setting us up. Okay, cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers.